The fight for National League MVP is going to be a really interesting one. I want to break this thing down. Okay, so Mookie Betts coming over from the Boston Red Sox. He was the MVP in 2018. He is the favorite at plus 285, followed by Ronald Acuña of the Atlanta Braves. I love this kid. At plus 600. Christian Yelich is at plus 700. He was MVP of the National League in 2018. Juan Soto, nice swing, Juan Soto. Out of the Nationals, he's at plus 800. Cody Bellinger, last year's winner, is at plus 1,200. And then Nolan Arenado and Pete Alonso are both at plus 2,000. And both of these guys offer tremendous value. I mean, look what Alonso did last year, man. I mean, he hit 53 home runs, 120 ribbies. Number 7 in the MVP voting. He was Rookie of the Year. That's one guy for us to keep an eye on. I'm very intrigued how he does here in his sophomore season, but there are those sophomore slumps that kind of worry me. Okay, so Nolan Arenado, he's just been Mr. Consistent. Arenado, top 6 MVP voting in the last 4 years. I mean, he's hit over 40 home runs 3 times in his career, but I think one thing that plays against him is he plays in Colorado, right? I mean, the thin air out there really helps out those home run totals. Great defender, man. He is just great at third base, right? I mean, I really, really love him. And another thing is we have to keep an eye on here is it's a 60-game season, right? So some players usually take a while to get going. Like Ronald Acuña last year didn't really get it going until June. Now, some players don't like to hit in April because it's cold. So now, I mean, we're coming back in July, so I wonder if this is going to be a factor. But Arenado, man, in May, second month of the season last year, hit 425, hit 9 home runs at plus 2,000. I think this guy offers tremendous value, right? Cody Bellinger, 47 home runs last year, but he only had 25 the year before. Is he going to repeat as an MVP? I don't really see that, because you look at Yelich, 2018, Yelich was MVP at 36 home runs. Last year he hit 44, right? He went from 326 average to 329. He went from 22 stolen bases to 30 stolen bases. And he didn't win the MVP award. And Yelich, man, he had 20 home runs in the first 2 months of the season. I absolutely love Christian Yelich here. Yelich, like I said, is at plus 700, offers tremendous value. But my MVP is Ronald Acuña. Mookie Betts. Now, Mookie Betts, I do have to mention here Mookie Betts, who is the favorite. Okay, so he went from 30 stolen bases in 2018 to only 16 last year. He went from 346 to 295 in terms of average, and from 32 home runs to 29 home runs. And he really struggled in the first half of the season, only hitting 272. Okay, so I'm eliminating Mookie Betts, also changing leagues from the American League to the National League. I'm going with Acuña. I absolutely love this kid. Okay, going into year 2, he went from 26 to 41 home runs last year, from 16 to 37 stolen bases. I mean, who is this guy? Jose Canseco, 40-40. Man from back in the 80s did strike out a lot at 188. Okay, that's a little bit too much for me, 188 strikeouts. But I just see the Braves doing well this year. I really do. Freddie Freeman, home run hitter out there too. He's also a candidate. But no, I'm going with the ultra-talented Acuña at plus 600 to be National League MVP.